Happy Tuesday. Time for Tidbit Tuesdays. Okay, so one of the questions I got a lot during open enrollment was people use the Google, which can be a good thing, but you also have to know what you're looking at. So I had a lot of people, I would send them quotes from different insurance carriers, and they would say, well, I looked at Google, I Googled, and they have bad reviews. This company has bad reviews, or that company has bad reviews. Spoiler alert, all insurance companies have bad reviews on Google. They just do. A lot of that, I will say, I read through this one company in particular. I went through because I had a client that wanted to use them but was concerned because of the reviews. So I went and looked at the reviews. 99% of all those complaints were because people did not understand their insurance. I read through them, and some of them were remarkably, I don't know the right word to use for remarkably wrong. Let's go with that. So people were complaining about this thing, they can't, their doctor, they go and their insurance never pays for anything. Well, it is probably because your doctor's not in network and you didn't bother to check that. You didn't ask a new doctor if they take your insurance. You just picked a doctor that you saw somebody recommended on Facebook, and without checking to see if your insurance is in network with that doctor. They don't understand copays. I had to pay X for this service. Yeah, you have to pay something. Nothing is free other than your wellness screening checks, or normally free, but only if you stay in network. So weeding through all these complaints, yes, insurance companies frustrate us. Insurance companies frustrate me. But the place to find the true complaints is the State Board of Insurance. Those are official complaints that either insurance companies have been reprimanded or they were closed. It will show the complaints. And if you're concerned about an insurance company, that's where you need to look to get a more accurate depiction of what's up with the insurance. I know it can be frustrating to try to find a doctor that's in network or a doctor that takes new patients. But all these things, when I do a consultation, we try to head that off in the beginning. I'll look and I'll send you plans. If you've given me doctors' names or providers that you want to see, I will search that way and send you plans that show your doctors take those plans. I always, always, always tell my clients to call the doctor's office and confirm that they take those plans, because sometimes lists are wrong. Sometimes providers move from different practices and don't bother to let the insurance know they're no longer at ABC Clinic, but now they're at XYZ Clinic, and they may have XYZ Clinic may not take that insurance, and they're still on the list of the other insurance companies showing that they take that provider is in network. So there's a lot of things that go into it, but if you're going to complain about getting a bill or being out of network, there are some legitimate complaints out there. I get it. Sometimes it's very frustrating. And I usually, if I know any of these things or any struggles my clients are having with providers, I usually don't recommend those plans to my clients. Some plans have very small networks. Some plans you have to go 100 miles to find a doctor in network. Sometimes I don't know that until well after the fact. So that's why it's important to give me feedback on any plans I recommend to you, because the insurance carriers will sell it as, we've got all this, we have all these providers in network. Well, great. What is the real life usage of this plan? So if you're Googling, that's probably not going to give you accurate information based on the complaints. So we have to, and it's fine to bring those issues to me. I'm happy to look and explain to you, well, this person obviously doesn't understand about copays. This person probably didn't check, see if their doctor was in network. All those little variances can be hugely avoided if you do all the work beforehand. So I will say that not all insurance agents will do that. I do a true consultation with my clients because I want us to find the best fit for how you're going to use your insurance that we can possibly have. If I do that, you will remain my client, you will use me as a resource, and you will give me referrals. I want happy clients. I don't want to give someone something and what a lot of insurance agents do, it's about volume. They just want to sign people up so they can collect a commission. I don't operate that way. Yes, I do need to be paid for my services, and the insurance companies will pay me, but it is more important to me to make sure that you have the right coverage, because basically my commission is virtually the same from insurance carrier to insurance carrier. So I don't care which one you pick. I want to pick the one that makes the most sense for your situation. So I would avoid the Google on those plans or do a deeper dive on that. Just take those reviews with a grain of salt. Especially if they're major medical. If they're not major medical, again, you still want to look at the State Board of Insurance because they regulate all insurance carriers, whether it's short-term plans, indemnity plans, supplemental plans. All of those are regulated by the State Board of Insurance. But people tend to, for things that are not major medical, they do complain. And again, it comes down to not understanding the coverage they selected. If you have a short-term plan or an indemnity plan, there are things that are not going to be covered because those are limited benefit plans. I make sure I explain that to my clients, but not all agents do that. I've heard people go, well, so-and-so agent told me it was just like major medical. No, if it's not major medical, it's not major medical. There's nothing just like major medical. Either it's major medical or it's not. So it's either an indemnity plan, a short-term plan, a limited benefit plan, and those plans work well for some people, but I make sure my clients understand what they're getting and the limitations of those plans. So until next week, peace out.